Oh, hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie. Today I have mystery box number 13 from Diamond Art Club to share with you guys. And can I just say how nice it is to have my voice back? You know, when you're sick and when you're not sick anymore, you go, I'm just never going to take for granted being healthy again. That's how I'm feeling about my voice. There's still a little bit of that, raspiness going on, but it's just so nice to be able to talk. So I'm really glad to be back with you guys to unbox this. I've been sitting on it for a couple of days because I wanted to wait until I had a little bit more of a voice to get into it. So I did purchase this myself, and here's the deal with this one. This was mystery box number 13. This came really hot on the heels of them doing their Halloween mystery box less than a month ago. And they did this one a little bit differently though. In this mystery box, there are two never before seen kits, and it was a total of $85. And there were 4 possible kits that could come in here. All 4 of those kits were never released before kits, and they specified for this box that these kits were going to be exclusives to this box. They're not releasing them outside of this box at this time. So I have had a couple of the artists spoiled for me. Otherwise, I mostly tried to avoid spoilers. I don't know exactly what the artwork looks like, but if I had to guess, this is me just trying to predict a little bit. I just, based on the lack of noise that I've seen in the groups, the lack of people being really upset and, really trying to frantically hunt down kits from this box, I am hoping that means that I didn't potentially miss out on a must-have. And I think I'm going to probably feel maybe happy, maybe lukewarm about the kits in here. We'll see. But I just love a mystery. I love getting to unbox them with you guys and have the surprise. And just see, because maybe it is something I'm going to love. There have been past mystery boxes that have come with kits that have been complete must-haves for me. And so here we are. Okay, let's open this up and see. I do actually kind of like that they decided to try out a mystery box that did not include any overstock or fan favorite type kits. I think this is an interesting approach. I don't know if they've really done it this way before, where instead of it just being like in this box, it's you're gonna get 2 brand new kits, and there's no chance of getting a kit that you already have in your collection. In the past, they've always done a combination. And I feel like it's probably been good for kind of clearing out old inventory and stuff. But I kind of like this. It's a little bit less money, and I know that I'm getting something new no matter what. So let's see. Okay, I feel 2 kits in here, and I'm going to pull them out. We're going to unbox both of them because we know they're both new. And I'm just going to try to give you I know you can't see my face. I'm going to try to give you a reaction in real time as much as I can over it. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out the first one, see what we're working with here. Okay, that's really, really freaking cute. All right. I am not going to pull out the other one yet. Let's talk about this one. Okay, so this is by Diane Ong, and actually I knew that there was a kit from this artist in here because when I would scroll on social media, I saw that there were, I recognize this art style, but then I just tried to scroll quickly, so I didn't know what it said. I didn't know what the actual artwork is, but this is fantastic. Cute but unstable, and we have Derpy Orange Cat, not currently in possession of the one brain cell that is shared among all orange cats. And then we have a Void Kitty, which you guys know, I'm a cat person. I'm a cat and a dog person. I have a Void Kitty right now. I used to have an orange cat before he passed. So, and just this is it. This is having a cat. They're cute but unstable. This is fantastic. I'm actually really excited to open this up. This isn't one that I necessarily think I probably would have purchased, but I'm not mad it came in my mystery box. This is gonna be fun artwork to take a look at for sure. So, okay, square drills. Pretty good size, 55.8 by 73.7. So I feel like that 50-ish by 70-ish range is a really nice size point. So this is a little bit bigger than that. We're looking at 80 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 iridescent, and 4 fairy dust, and around 66,000 diamonds. Woo. I just barely caught that. And then if you're new to diamond painting, I have some beginner videos you can find linked below if you want some demos and how-tos and stuff. Kit contents, we're going to go through all that in this one, and they do put the name of the kit on the bottom so you can tell what the artwork is if you're like me. And I have shelves in my garage just stacked 10 kits high of diamond paintings, and there's that black cat fur right there. And so it's nice to be able to just look at the end of the box and know what the kit is that I am trying to find. So by the way, Well, this kit is not going to be available for purchase on Diamond Art Club's website as of how they stated it in the mystery box listing. There are some other kits that they carry from this particular artist, and it's often this really similar style of animals. Sometimes there are words, and some of it's actually really poignant and like meaningful and nostalgic, and then some of it is really fun and just silly, like this one. So you can go and check out, you can search actually by artists on Diamond Art Club's website and see if there's anything else from this artist that you love. And if you are shopping on Diamond Art Club's website and want to save 20% off, I've got a discount code will pop up on the screen. It's my name, Katie, Katie, and the number 20. So just one option for saving money if you're shopping. Now let's take a really quick look at the toolkit. I'm going to just kind of breeze through some of this, but just for those of you that might not be familiar with DAC, I want to give you a quick look. So pen, they call this a twist and pick pen. It comes preloaded with a clear wax. You just pull this off and you twist. You know what? They kind of vary in how much wax they load in there. There we go. The wax will start coming out the end. You don't need that extra there. If you run out of what's in there, you can refill it. They do give you some extra clear wax. And they also give you some of their classic pink heart wax if you prefer using that, but there's the clear wax there. It comes with a multi-placer in the end. It's a 4-placer. It is removable. They give you a 7-placer as well if you want to swap that in, practice multi-placing, get through your diamond paintings a little bit more speedily if you want. Just drop that too. We get some bags. You can store some leftover diamonds in those. And then my favorite of their toolkit upgrades is the larger tray. I love how you can fit a lot more diamonds in these. The sliding lid and the stopper are nice bonuses, but I'm more about like, let me line up lots of diamonds so I can multi-place to my heart's content. These are stackable, by the way. There's little cutouts so you can stack them on top of each other. If you accumulate a whole bunch of those, you can get up into them even. Let's see what our treasure quest card is and get a look at these colors. So I spy a bronze treasure quest card real quick. These are a cute collectible and part of a secondary rewards program. These are not guaranteed to come with your kits, but most new releases at this point should have them unless there's like an IP or licensing thing. But this one's a bronze card. There's bronze, silver, gold, and black, with black being the rarest. You're most likely to get a bronze card. And I was going to say, even if you get this kit, but you're not, I mean, if you got the mystery box and you end up with this kit, you aren't necessarily also going to get a bronze card. It is likely, but you could get one of the others. Now, these are part of a secondary rewards program where you scratch this off. There's a redemption code there. Once you get various combinations of the different ranks of cards, you can redeem those codes for things like a gift card or a custom diamond painting. So in here, you have some info about like how to join their Facebook group, their VIP group, which you can join once you've made your first purchase. Other helpful stuff in here. And they also have a mobile app. You can shop there if you want. And then let's talk about sticker labels and the original artwork. I freaking love a startled cat. This artist, I always want to accidentally call her Diane, but it's Dion. I might be mispronouncing that. I'll go check later. I love the way that she captures animals. Like, obviously, she has cats and she knows cats because, like, this is it. This is the crazy, like, they have just lost their mind. This one's about to, like, take off into zoomies. 100%. This one is seeing ghosts. Like, it's fantastic. So I love this. These are all individual stickers. I'm going to use this on my paper logbook once I start working on a kit. And then we have a set of pre-cut sticker labels. That is way more colors. That's way more colors and like variety of color families than I expected in this kit. I didn't expect pinks, reds, oranges, green. Like, there's a lot. Okay. All right. I guess in the glow. Anyway, 80 colors in this one. The code is going to be the DMC code. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch. 6,000s range colors, though, those are colors that Diamond Art Club has created to fill gaps in the DMC color code system. Since they make all their drills in-house, they're able to create colors, which just lets them match the original artwork that much more closely. Special drills are going to be at the end here. Z is fairy dust, L is iridescent, A is AB. We're going to look at all those. I'll explain more about them when we're looking at the diamonds in a little bit. But first, let's look at this canvas. I want to see how this render looks. And my mind, I have to admit, is already a little bit jumping ahead. I'm so curious to see what that other kit is going to end up being. What is happening? What is happening? Weird tape issues. Okay, weird me ripping it issues. Okay. Okay, I see the colors. All right. I'll eat my words here. I love the cute button staple so much. Look at the derpy face. Oh my gosh. Freaking love cats. Okay. There you go. You can see a little bit more of the void kitty. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. I love this one. All right, so let's talk about features if you're newer to Diamond Art Club or if you just want a refresher. So branding up there, canvas material. If you see crunches like this, don't panic. It just happens with how it gets packed sometimes. I like their canvas material a lot. It's got a nice weight to it and it is gonna flatten out fine. It's like self-flattening and stuff. It's made of tarpaulin. How do you pronounce that word? And they use a really thick plastic cover and have sticky poured glue. And the plastic cover actually comes with perforated sections. They're around 4 by 4 inches or 10 by 10 centimeters. And there's lines on here to tell you where those edges are, so it's a little easier to see while you're diamond painting. And then we have a legend, both at the top left as well as down at the bottom right. At the bottom left, we have the thumbnail, the title, the size, and copyright. So this is legally licensed artwork, regardless of the fact that it came in a mystery box. That means that the artist has given permission to Diamond Art Club to use this artwork and is being compensated for them using it as well. And this is the case with all of their kits. Socials, discount code, all that good stuff, and lifetime warranty as long as you're the original owner and purchaser of your kit. Sorry, I'm tired apparently. You are covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of a drill color or something like that, you can contact customer support and they'll take it from there. I cannot get over it. You guys, if you were around a few years back, I did this kit. What was the name of it? It was a Chrysabug kit. It was around Drills and Chills time. And oh my gosh, it's bothering me. I can't remember the name of it. But it had 3 cats in it, and one of them had a similarly like very, very derpy face. I'm just a sucker for a derpy cat. Like, give me a really silly cat, and I'm here for it. I'm the person that's like scrolling Reels, TikToks, whatever, just cat videos. I will sit and watch cats making fools of themselves all dang day because they think they're being super serious. That's why it's so funny. Okay, this kit has a good amount of color blocking, but I'll tell you what, you want to watch out because that is not all color blocking. There's some color changes in there. So color blocking, here's a good example in the moons where you have a block of the same color in a small area or a big area. Grab your multi-placer. You're going to zip right through those if you want to. This does definitely have some confetti though. Confetti's where you have more color changes in a small area. So you're looking at more single placing, changing out the color in your tray more often. You guys, we have landscape stuff going on down here. We have greenery, grass, that virtually always, almost always equals confetti. Let's give this a measurement. 73-ish. We're listed as 73.7. And then this way we're at almost 56. We're listed as 55.8. True to size. We're all good. Let's look at these diamonds, especially we got to get to those special drills. Sticker on here tells you what kit these go with, just FYI. Oh no. I see a couple of loose diamonds. Please let that not mean that one of these is open. Oh no, there's 2 more down there. Okay, we're gonna handle this with care because I think that there probably was maybe an accidental slash on one of these. I'll see if I can find it as we go. Those look like maybe 310. We'll see. I'll pause and cut and patch it up if we need to. So we're gonna, oh, there's another one. We're just gonna take it real slow and see, because maybe it's not a big one. Really don't want to have drills go everywhere. Okay, so the way I'm gonna baby this. We've got, that's not a hole. We've got square drills here. These are not in DMC order. They're actually in order of roughly weight or the number of diamonds that there are. And it's the 310 I see is at the end of this list. I see it right there, and I'm guessing it's one of those bags. Oh yeah, there was one that fell out. Okay, let me find out what it is. I'm gonna patch it up so I'm not distracted. I'll be right back. All's well and crisis averted. One little slash, just a little bit of tape. We are good to go. Okay, so yes, these are roughly in order of weight or amount of diamonds. They're not in DMC order, but I like this honestly because then I can kit up with my storage containers the way I want. First special drill color, we have Z3865, which is a fairy dust diamond. Fairy dust diamonds have a pearlescent effect. There's like it almost looks like someone just took a brush and brushed some fine glitter coating, like a mica powder or something on the tops of these diamonds that matches that like base color. So it gives it a really subtle shimmery effect, but these are my favorite of DAC's special drills. I love, love, love the little shimmery, glimmery goodness. There's our little busted up bag of 310. Now, Diamond Art Club square drills, I do feel like are some of the better quality square drills that are on the market. In my opinion, they're pretty consistent in size and shape, and they're not a pain to work with. I actually really like their square drills a lot. Here's our next special drill color. It's another fairy dust. This is Z413. This is a really dark gray, and these darker colors are my favorite to see in fairy dust form because you can really see that shimmer. It's so pretty. I've worked with like deep blues, deep purples, like even like dark browns, and they look so good as fairy dust diamonds. I love this one. So I forgot what I was saying. I think I was just talking about overall quality. We have another special drill here, Z666. We have a bright, vibrant cherry red fairy dust here. Love that shimmer. I'm guessing that's got to be around the moon in some of these areas, which yes, we are going to go through the canvas together and I'll show you where each of these special drill colors will be found. Here's our first AB color. This is AB 996. Now AB diamonds definitely stand out more to the eye than fairy dust diamonds do. There's an iridescent coating on the top. These actually get their name from the Northern Lights, AB Aurora Borealis. These reflect a variety of different colors and we'll sometimes grab the colors of the drills around them and are just generally like much blingier. They're going to jump off the canvas at you, figuratively speaking, visually speaking. Let's see. So, yeah, when I talk about quality and what I look like in square drills, actually hold that thought. We have another AB 3078, pale yellow AB here. It's a nice sparkle there. I am talking about how there's not a lot of trash prone diamonds, which means like diamonds that I can't use. That's not typically something you run into with Diamond Art Club square drills because they tend to be very consistent in size and shape. They tend to give you plenty of extra, though sometimes I've run out of colors. It's the exception rather than the rule, but it does happen. Here's our other, I think this is our last fairy dust color, Z3853. There might be one more, light brown. But yeah, I find that their square drills tend to sit really nicely on the canvas and don't give me too much fuss. Now, like I said, if you run out of a drill color, you can contact customer support. But typically, like as a rule, Diamond Art Club says that they do include, I think at one point they had said outright it was 20% extra. But, you know, errors can happen sometimes. So if you run out, contact them and you'll go from there. I know we still have our iridescent diamond, which has to be in here, which means we must only have a little bit of it. Yeah, second to last color here, L307. Now, iridescent diamonds have a crystal-like effect. They're kind of semi-transparent on the top there. The mirror backing you see is what goes flat on the canvas and covers up the symbol and helps with the reflectiveness of those diamonds. And these are a really unique kind of special drill for DAC, and you don't see them a ton. They're really particular about where and when they'll use special drills in general, and these are pretty unique. They don't work everywhere. So I'm excited to see where this particular special drill goes. That's the end of our color list. Let me take just a really quick moment to glance over the canvas and find where these special drills are going to go. I will be right back. Alrighty, so first, that light blue AB is going to be the light blue color you see in the flowers all throughout here, the light blue flowers here and here. That really gorgeous dark gray fairy dust diamond that I was drooling over is this color on the top of the Void Kitty's back. It kind of goes over his head and ears and along over here. And so I love that we get some special drills there, a little bit of shimmer in his fur that's not going to like pop too much, but we still get like some special drills. Speaking of special drills in this kitty, this is where that pale yellow iridescent is going to be. And that's what I was kind of hoping, honestly, because I knew there was just such a small bag of it. It wasn't going to be in the moon. It's in the cat's eyes. So we have a little bit of glow to the cat's eyes, which I think is perfect, honestly. And then we have some of that like light brown fairy dust color is in this cat. We have some in the cat's tail right here, as well as some of the colors along the cat's back over here, a little bit on the top of the cat's head, and actually a little bit of this like orange over here is that kind of, it's a light brown, I guess, kind of orange fairy dust color. And then we had the pale yellow AB, which is this yellow color in the moon right here, as well as this yellow color in the moon over here. And then I think, we have the cherry red fairy dust, and it's this bright red color in these shades of the moon, or the glow outside the moon, and then over here, this bright red color. And then I think the last one, I'm just taking a quick glance to give myself a refresher. The only other special drill we have is that white fairy dust, which we had a good amount of, and it's the white on either end of the moon. So the white here, you're just going to be color blocking it. It's also the colors of Cute But Unstable. And then if you see the little magic motes, the little dots, like there's little dots up there, little dots here and here. There's actually a couple of dots like down here too. Those little magic motes there are going to be that white fairy dust as well. There's also an outline of white fairy dust along the side of our orange kitty at the top of his head and over here on the profile. And that's it as far as special drills go. I love it. I think that really makes sense for this artist's work and for this piece. I have yet to do a piece by this artist. I think I have one in my stash, and this one, it's a maybe. I tend to get a little bit wary of like working on lots of like landscapey kinds of confetti down here, but this is different enough than like what usually isn't fun for me. So this one might be fun to do. I might be fine with it. We'll see, but this is definitely a good contender for one of this artist's pieces for me to actually work on. Anyway, this is Cute But Unstable and really freaking adorable. So give me a moment to pack this away. I promise I have not cheated. I have not looked to see what else is in that box. And once I get this put away, I'm going to bring that box back over, give you guys the reveal of the second kit. All right, be right back. All right, we're back. Let's see what this second kit is and how am I going to feel about it? All right, let's take a look. Oh, hello. All right. You know what? I'm not mad about it. And I'm actually excited that I get to take a look at this more closely because this is in fact the other artist that got spoiled for me that I just kept scrolling. I was like, I know this artist vibe. I recognize it right away. But I don't know what the actual artwork is. So now I get to see. This is Brickcia. I am probably doing a terrible job of pronouncing it, and I'm so sorry. I have a couple of kits from this artist. I actually love this style. It's very ethereal. It's usually it's often these women in profile and these kind of like fantastical settings, like something that's maybe just a little bit off or different about them in a really interesting way. And so let's look up close and see what this one is going to be. Okay, so Spiral Dream are those little jellyfish. I think they're little jellyfish. Often there's like space motifs. Like I think I see some constellations going on in here. Looks like a bubble. I think maybe those are supposed to be jellyfish. Well, look at the original artwork. I'm not sure. Honestly, I first looked at that. I was like, they look like game controller buttons. On my camera, it's just sort of vaguely like a PlayStation controller or something. But Spiral Dream is the name on this one. Round diamonds, which I actually like for sometimes darker colors like this. Like the other one could have been nice in rounds too, because the darker colors, like round drills from Diamond Art Club, tend to be so faceted that the darker shades will sparkle a ton. They have a really pretty twinkly effect. Let's take a look. This one's almost the same size as the other, 55.6 by 76.2. Yeah, like super close in terms of size. But round diamonds in this one. Colors 76, including 2AB and 2 fairy dust. Jury's out on how I feel about this exact artwork. Well, I want to see the original when we open it up. I'm going to skim past a lot of this stuff just because we covered it in the last kit. And frankly, a lot of you are pretty well familiar with Diamond Art Club and know all this stuff already. I always like to cover it at least once in my unboxing videos for those of you that are new, but I don't know, multiple times in the same single video seems like a bit much. But if you would have rather that I kind of covered everything in the same level of detail for each kit, I'm always open to feedback. You can say as much in the comments. So yeah, we're not gonna mess with the toolkit. We saw it in the last one. Let's see our treasure quest card though, and the original artwork. That looks like another bronze card. Like I said, you guys, most of what you get's gonna be bronze. That's really pretty though, with the holographic effect. Really suits this artwork actually. Yeah, bronze. And then, okay, let's take a look. I think they're jellyfish. And then she's got this like really like sad, like, but pretty tear going on. I wonder, I need to go look and see. Oh yeah, I see the little membranes. Yeah, I'm gonna go with jellyfish on these. I wonder if this artist does what some other artists do, and that is to give like stories behind her artwork. Their artwork, I'm not sure about that either. I'll go and take a look because I'm really interested to see if this artist is given like this is what they were thinking of, or this is the story of this particular character. I'll have to go look, but it is very pretty. It's not 100% my taste, but it could have been a landscape. So I'm still really looking forward to actually getting a look at this canvas. It might change my mind. Okay, DMC codes, you guys know the drill. 76 colors. Looks like we've got these 2 fairy dust colors, and then these 2 ABs, and then we got some more 6000s range colors. Purples and browns, those are the color families I feel like I remember hearing the most about in terms of those are the ones that are really limited as far as what's available in the DMC color code system. And so I appreciate that Diamond Art Club was like, let's target those color families that we just don't have quite enough range in. Okay. Ooh, the kind of iridescent effect is pretty, like on the bubble and stuff. You know what? I think even if this one isn't love for me, you know what this is making me want to do? I have a kit from this artist in my stash that I think is Moon and Tides, the name of it. This is making me want to work on that one. Because it's just, I haven't pulled that one out to look at in person in such a long time. But this one, it's such a similar kind of style. That's what it's making me want to pull out and work on. But that's not what you guys are here for. We're here to talk about this kit. It looks like her hair is just glowing. Okay, this is really pretty. This is really pretty. Okay, I'll definitely got to give it that. Same deal with materials and all that. The canvas material, the glue, sticky poured glue, perforated plastic cover, legends, all that good stuff. I'm going to mention this again because it is important to me, but licensing. So Spiral Dream, size, copyright. So this is, of course, licensed from the artist by Diamond Art Club. So the artist is has given permission and is being compensated as well. Now let's take a look. There's your warranty. Let's take a look up close. I spy immediately some layered color blocking there. Actually a good amount of color blocking in general. Now, just as a refresher, color blocking is where you have sometimes blocks of the same color like this. So grab a multi-placer. You're going to have that color in your tray for a while. Those areas can go a lot faster. There's some confetti in here, but it's not too much. Not too much at all. If you're someone that is like, I'm not crazy about confetti. You don't have a ton on your plate so far here. And confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. You see it a little bit with some of these jellyfish and some of these colors in here. So more single placing and changing out the color in your tray more often. This rendering is beautiful. Really beautiful. And that glow effect against the dark background, Diamond Art Club knocks that effect out of the park every time. Every time. I've done a few kits that are kind of like that. Like I'm thinking Chrysabug kits that have that dark color background with kind of a glowish look to it. Diamond Art Club does it so well. So well. Lots of color blocking. How many bags of 310? That's going to be 310, yes? Yes. 310. That symbol is 310. So we'll see how many bags of that particular color we've got going on. Let's do a really quick measurement and we'll get the drills out. About 76. We're listed as 76.2. And then 55 and a bit. We're listed as 55.6 on this one. All right, let's get these diamonds out. It looks really pretty, like through the camera. Like it looks like it's been rendered gorgeously. Here we go. Spiral Dream. I feel like I saw a straggler. Yeah, random straggler pack of 951 in here. And then right off the bat, we have only 3 bags of 310. You know what? When it's round drills, sometimes it's deceptive because round drills are a little bit bigger than square drills. So in the same surface area, you're going to have fewer round drills than squares. So probably why. Then we have this dark gray color. These are not in DMC order, though the DMC code's printed on here. You also might see these little pinprick looking holes in most of these bags. I feel like this is a more recent introduction from Diamond Art Club that I'll explain after we talk about this special drill. This is our first special drill. It's AB 5200. And we have a white AB. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. We have the Northern Lights kind of inspired look where lots of kind of different colors going on here. Very iridescent, shimmery. This is just a classic. You're going to see a lot of this white AB in a lot of Diamond Art Club kits. Anyway, the pinprick holes, I feel like, are one of the ways Diamond Art Club is trying to combat static, because static is a really common issue when you're working with resin diamonds made of resin. Resin and acrylic are the two kind of materials you'll see diamonds made out of, but resin is what Diamond Art Club uses, but that just tends to be a static prone kind of material, especially when you put it inside plastic bags. But by doing these pinprick holes, that introduces, well, it makes them less dry. It can introduce some moisture, and that can take away some of the static. We'll talk more about static in a moment, but first we have this gorgeous, oh my gosh, this beautiful pale pink fairy dust. Fairy dust diamonds, again, have that pearlescent sheen. The shimmer is very subtle on these, but you can see that fine glitter coating, just that little bit of glimmer there. Now, if you run into static with your diamonds, in spite of, things like the pinprick holes that they put in these, I highly recommend having just a whole dryer sheet open in front of you. And when you cut these bags open, pour the diamonds directly onto that open dryer sheet, kind of sift them around a little bit, and make a little funnel with the dryer sheet and pour it straight into your storage containers or baggies, whatever you're using. If you're having trouble getting them out of the bags to begin with, I would cut up a dryer sheet into small squares, tuck them into the bag once you've cut it open, sift that around, or you can kind of like pop the bag open a little bit, breathe into the bag with a warm breath like you were trying to fog up a mirror or a window. That introduces moisture and also will help get rid of static. Anyway, next special drill. This is our second of our two ABs. We have this pale yellow AB, AB 3078. And just like the last kit, we are going to go through this canvas together after this and see where these two ABs and two fairy dust diamonds are going to be found. Lots of colors in this one, and a lot of colors that we just have small amounts of. So we should have one more fairy dust in this strand, I believe. I'm very curious to see what the color will be. Maybe another yellow. We shall see. Apparently a color we only have a little bit of, though. Unless I missed it, which is completely possible. Nope, there it is. Blue. A tiny, tiny amount of this blue fairy dust, Z3766. You can see a little shimmery bit on the top there. Z3766. And that is the end of the diamond colors. Alrighty, so not a ton of special drills in this one. They're going with more understated, which sometimes they will do when we've got like a kit that has a lot of dark background like this. Just like the last one, I'm going to take a moment to get my bearings, see where these special drills go. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so the easiest one to point out right off the bat is that blue fairy dust, which we only had a little bit of. That is in a lot of these jellyfish, but not necessarily all of them. Like there's this bright blue color in the center of this one. I'll show you up close. It's that little squiggle. Got like 6 of that in this jellyfish, but like none in this one. So it's in some of the jellyfish, a little bit right here, a little bit in this jellyfish, a little bit there. So in some of the jellyfish, just on that bright blue spot on the top. And you'll see it in some of these as well. There's a little bit here. There's a couple in this jellyfish, a couple there, and then a couple in the one at the top. And then our light pink fairy dust color is one of these light pink shades also in the jellyfish. So there's a little bit of it in the pink down here. This light pink shade here, here, here. You know, it's basically in all of these jellyfish actually. There's also a line of it going up the inside of her bubble right here. In the jellyfish again, here and there and there. Yeah, in each of these jellyfish, there's some of that pale pink fairy dust. A little bit over here too. I don't see any like in her skin or anything. It really is just in the jellyfish and then in parts of the bubble at the bottom. Yeah, this little bit's here, there, there. And then let's talk about ABs. So we have the pale yellow AB. which is in a couple of spots close to the jellyfish. Like there's a couple down here, but mostly it's in some of this yellow glow near our character here. So it's all this really gorgeous light yellow color at the bottom of the bubble, kind of in her hair. It's kind of this highlighting color in her hair, this light yellow color over here, and then again in her hair there. It's here. It's actually this glow, this light yellow in her ear, and then again in her hair here. There is some of it in the jellyfish again. We have some of the light yellow right there, and the light yellow here. Coming up here, and the light yellow in her hair again. It's that glow effect. It's gonna look so good there. And in these jellyfish. And then the last special drill is a white AB, which I think we have the most of. So most of the places you see white in this kit are going to be the white AB. It's this little symbol looking bit and the top of the jellyfish on almost every jellyfish. And then the white you see here. This white, it's another jellyfish. Then we have some of the white glow here as well as the underside of the bubble and some of this white that's like in her hair and or the bubble. These like bright white areas. Jellyfish here. And then a couple of the little sparkles down here, little magic motes or stars. That's white AB. As we get into the constellations that are here, the white stars that are the actual stars and not the connecting lines, those stars are going to be white ABs, which I love. I love. Her tear has a couple of white ABs at the center, and a couple of these little sparkles around it are going to be white ABs as well. Again, the white of the jellyfish, the little symbol here is the white AB. More white ABs in these jellyfish. This is white AB, that's white AB. And then the top of the bubble up here, this is just a big chunk of white AB. And then that magic mote's white AB. But yes, and then the stars here too. So that's really pretty special drill placement. I think it suits this artwork pretty well, and is, especially those ABs, I think are going to help with like the sort of glow effect of her hair. And I think of course the jellyfish, which are such a main focal point and like theme of this kit, it makes sense that those have a lot of, and they have like a glow to them too, like an iridescence, that I think that special drill goodness really works in those spots too. So it looks like another one that Diamond Art Club has knocked out of the park as far as special drill placement goes. And yeah, that is Spiral Dream. Now, if you wouldn't mind, give me just a second. I'm going to grab both kit boxes to have in front of you, and we're just going to talk about a couple other things real quick. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so Mystery Box 13, my thoughts. So these kits themselves are not ones that I would have probably purchased for myself. Like maybe the Dianong I might have, but probably not this one. That said, I actually really like how Diamond Art Club did this particular mystery kit, because I just don't think they've done one quite this way before. I think most, if not all, of the previous mystery boxes, I think I said kit, I meant mystery box. Most, if not all, of the previous mystery boxes have included not just new releases. I feel like they've virtually always been new releases and some kits that they already carry. And so likelihood of getting a duplicate is decent depending on how many kits you have in your collection. And you really don't know. I liked that this was just new releases. It really helps in terms of the price point, because $85 is a lot more affordable and doable for a lot of people than, for example, the Halloween box, which was I think $125 or $135. Now you got 4 kits in that one, which was a steal because it basically shook out to around $40 per kit. Was that right? Was it $160? How much was that box? I don't remember. It was more expensive. It was over $100. And yes, you got more kits, but I kind of prefer, personally, spending a little bit less and only getting new releases. And I don't even mind that they're necessarily box exclusives, which is really easy for me to say because there wasn't like a must have in the bunch that I potentially missed out on. I gotta go double check what the other 2 releases were. I feel like I remember one of them being Succulents, but I can't remember. That may have just been a previously released kit that I just don't keep track because those aren't kits that I typically buy. But I don't know what the 4th kit was. Oh yes, I do. It was a Deborah Malcolm. Now that I'm thinking about it. So I had various aspects of this kind of spoiled for me. But in general, I also feel like I just haven't seen as many people being, I don't know, like upset about this box. And so I wonder, I'm so curious to see if Diamond Art Club will do this style of mystery box again, or if they're gonna do more of the like combination of new releases and previously released kits. Honestly, I get it. Like I get why they would do it the other way, but I don't work behind the scenes. I don't know what makes the most sense financially, but this felt just generally, and it was more like my style of way for them to do a mystery box. At this point, I feel like I'm one of the later people to get my mystery box actually, and to like actually open it up. But if you want to play it really safe, if you're opening your mystery box and sharing, you know, the contents or whatever, looking to destash stuff, putting it behind a spoiler warning is always a nice thing to do when it comes to like anything involving a mystery, even if, you know, you aren't sure if other people have gotten theirs. Like it can't hurt. Like what does it hurt to go ahead and do a behind a spoiler? And if either of these kits were must-haves for you, or if the others in the that released in the mystery box were must-haves for you, I would suggest checking out, there's a couple of different options. There's a couple of different destash groups on Facebook. There's a few different ones you could take a look at. If you put like diamond painting destash, a lot will come up. There's also third-party options like there's different apps where you can sell stuff like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, those kinds of spots. You can find kits there too. And that is your best bet for trying to get your hands on these kits. So I haven't seen the same level of fervor surrounding these, so hopefully you'd be able to get your hands on one for a reasonable price if any of them were must-haves for you. But yeah, I'm actually so curious to hear from you guys. Overall, do you like this style of how Diamond Art Club did this mystery box where it's just new releases, a little bit lower price point? Or do you like the overall value of getting multiple kits and possibilities of duplicates? But I feel like the value, you get more bang for your buck if you're getting like more kits, and then there's just the chance of the, you know, overstock kits or whatever. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you guys think of these kits. I don't know, are they going to go on your wish list to try to track down at some point? Yeah, thanks for joining me for this mystery box unboxing. I'm really glad I was able to get into this finally and share it with you guys. And subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos from me. You'll see unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies, as well as Monday morning whip and chats if you want some company while you craft, and also just other diamond painting related stuff. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. I hope you're doing very, very well, and that you have a day and a week that's as wonderful as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.